In my hands today, my friends, I have a tool that's going to change the future of not only this tool brand, but maybe yours as well. Let me explain. What I'm about to show you right now is it's real nasty, but it ain't perfect. So be forewarned, in this video, you're going to see a little bit of yelling, maybe a little bit of screaming, because as good as this new brad nailer is from Flex, there's one thing about it that really set me off. All right, so let's get this started. Now, when you start thinking about nailers, the top dog out on the market right now, without question, Milwaukee IA, they have basically every nailer except for like a roofing nailer that you need. But they're just fantastic nailers. So this is like the top of the top, the cream of the crop, cream of the cream of the crop, except for, well, maybe in two now. This is the new Flex brad nailer, and there's a couple things that really stand out on this thing. A couple of them very good, one of them not so good. Don't worry, I called them out. But you're saying to yourself, you're looking at this thing and you look at another brad nailer, so you're like, well, it looks basically the same to me. But right up front, feeling it in your hands, it is not the same. Now, as much as I love this Milwaukee IA brad nailer, as soon as I pick up the Flex, it's way lighter and a lot more compact in my hand. So what we have right here is a scale, and the reason why I'm going to do a weight test and a size test first off, because I know that's what a lot of people are going to want to know. What is the difference between this and the Milwaukee comparison wise? So no nails in here. I'm going to take it, I'm going to throw it up on the scale, and we're going to see what it reads. And this is weighing in it. Let me put this on there real nice like and such. All right, you can see it's reading 5.46 pounds. Now, even if I stand this up on end, it'll give me the exact same weight. There you go, standing up on end, and it's still 5.46 pounds. All right, so now on the Flex, we'll take the nails out. Super simple to do. Shut this up. We're gonna put this down on the scale, and 4.84 poundage. Now, some of you might say, well, you had the belt clip on there. Let's just say this belt clip weighs a half a pound. Well, that's still lighter. Now, one of the reasons why this thing is lighter is because it is smaller. Now, you might not be able to tell up front, but wait until I start moving this camera around. So side by side, they basically have the same stance. Now, neither one of these have a battery in there, but you can definitely see just from the side part over here, look at the difference between the thickness and the height of this compared to that. So a different view, check it out from the top right. Yeah, you can definitely see how much thinner it is on the Flex side than it is the Milwaukee. You got that little bit of a bulge up on top. And on the back side here, you can see definitely smaller on the Flex side when it comes to that girth. And well, that's why the Flex is lighter than the Milwaukee IA, because it's smaller. Now, I want to let you know, in no means am I trying to put down this nailer. This Milwaukee IA nailer, it is a fantastic nailer, and anybody that owns it will probably tell you the exact same thing. But what's nice about the World O tool is that the further we go into the future, the smaller and smaller these things get, the more compact they get, and that's better for you, that's better for me, that's better for all of us. Hard ham is real nice. Now, let me show you one of the awesome features on this, and then we're gonna use and abuse. We'll get some molding here, and we'll start, you know, doing all that good stuff. So up on here, you can see you're not gonna get one, not two, but you get 3 tips all together. You got 2 storage here, 1 up on the top. You do have the quick jam release, which is super simple to use. So in case you get a nail up there, it's all screwed up and such, there you go. On the front right here, you'll see that on the magazine, it'll tell you how many nails you have. Super easy to use, super easy to open. But this, my friends, is an absolute game changer. Now, some of you might say that you won't like this, but I love it. So basically every other nailer known to man has one of these. You have a scroll wheel to adjust your depth. So you can bring it in, you can bring it down. So if you want to sink those nails a little bit further in, you want to sink them flush, you just use one of these. However, this has sort of the same thing, but watch this. Yeah, that's right. This thing sort of has a scroll wheel, but look, it has like a little lever on the side. You can bring that out, bring that in. You got the positive clicks in here. It'll stop it exactly where you want it to stop it. You don't have to worry about this thing moving around on you. Look at it. This is freaking awesome, and it works extremely well. Super easy to do and super quick. Now, just in case you're wondering, this does take 18 gauge brad nails. Now, I do have some 1-inch right here. Simply open that up, slide that in, put your nails in, boom! And I'm guessing you can see right here, this is all digital. So let me take my nails out for the safety police. Put my battery in like such, close my magazine up like such. I'm gonna hit the power button and such. Just hold it in for a second. See the light turns on green. Then if I want to go from single shot to bump, or what I call Rambo mode, see that arrow right there? All you do is push the arrow, and that's how easy it is to switch in between modes. On FYI, with no nails, it will not dry fire. So, but with all the good comes to upsetting. Now I'm going to throw these nails in here in a couple seconds. I'm going to show you how this thing works or whatever. But we got to talk about something that happened and I'm not proud of it. Had to be done. Let me explain. You see, my friends, as I was setting up the next shot, driving some nails into the woodage, I noticed that this was missing something very important to not only myself, but many of you out there. I was angry. I couldn't believe it. Looking everywhere for it. I even got out my magnifying glass. I knew I had to have been missing something. I was looking and looking and looking, and that's when I realized, well, I had done been screwed over again. Immediately as I seen it, I called up Flex politely and kindly, and I asked, why is there no turbo button on this nailer? I couldn't understand. When they said there was nothing they could do for me, I politely asked her, this is Tool Review Zone. You ever heard of me? She immediately said no, not in any way, shape, or form. It made me a little sad. Anyway, I calmly explained that every Flex tool should have a turbo button. Every single tool, I don't care. They should all have them because I like the turbo buttons. Now, I again calmly made my case. I stated why I thought it should have a turbo button. And after I did that, she had done asked me why I would ever need a turbo button on a brad nailer. After I got done hearing that nonsense, I went on to explain again calmly and rationally that you always add the turbo button. Needless to say, they told me that I was no longer welcome to call anymore and that I was put on the block list. All for politely asking an important question. You always add the turbo button. Anywho, let me show you how this works. All right, so let's open this up. Like I mentioned, super easy to do. You take your nails, toss them in like so. Super easy, close it up. This is going to show you in a little window how many nails you have or have left. Now we're going to take that sweet bat ray, put it on like so, it'll stand on its own. So now we got a piece of that sweet molding on top of that sweet woodage. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to turn this on like so. I showed you. Hold it in for a second. This is on Rambo mode, so we're just going to go single shot. All right, we're going to keep this all the way up. 3, 2, 1. Oh, you got that nice LED light on there, by the way. Okay, so it sits up. Let's bring this down into the middle. Now this should sit flush. Perfect. Now let's bring this all the way down. Perfect. There's the first one, leaving that sweet shadow on the top. There's the one that went flush. And then there's the one that went deep. Now they're claiming up to 3 nails per second. We're going to put that on Rambo mode. We're going to check that out. But just so you know, the nail size you can use is 5/8 of an inch all the way up to 2 1/8 of an inch. 16 to 54 millimeter. You can hold 110 nails in here, by the way. And before I go Rambo mode, again, I can't believe how compact and well this feels in the hand. And it feels built very well. Now they do claim that this is like 4.74 pounds. It is a little bit heavier from my scale, and I don't think it's off. Maybe it is, but that's what I'm getting. But it really does feel good in the hands. And let me show you one other thing. It's not just an LED light. You got a triple LED light. You got one right here, one over here, and one over here. So you got 1, 2, 3. Still ain't got no turbo though. And the other thing they're claiming is that this is the best run time for a brad nailer on the market. You're getting 2,200 nails per 2.5 AH bat ray. That's a lot of woodworking right there, my friend. You know what I'm saying? Oh, FYI, you do get a belt clip in the box. I'm just too lazy to put it on. All right, we're just gonna hit that button, go to the Rambo mode setting. You can see, maybe, can you? 3 lights. And I'm just gonna pull that trigger and bump it. 3, 2, 1. All right, I'm just gonna make a mess here and I'm just gonna go very quick. 3, 2, 1. You working that quick. I'm hiring you. I ain't gonna pay you very well, but I'll hire you. Now again with this, and just like the Milwaukee IA, you got that boom, 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 boom. Sounds like a Velociraptor. Sounds very cool, but it's just one strike after the next. Boom, 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 boom. And it feels really, I'm telling you, it feels great in the hands. If you get a chance to try this, try it. Let me just drive a couple more nails. Let's do a toenail. You can really get into those angles. Toenail, toenail, fingernail, fingernail, toenail. So does this nailer work fantastic? Absolutely it does. Did Flex let me and many others down by not adding that turbo button? Oh, damn right they did. But I let them know about it because I'm a man. Other than that, fantastic job on this. I mean, it feels great in the hands. It is light. It is easy to use. It's real nice like. And this is a good thing for us, man. In the future, I mean, these things are just getting smaller and keeping the power, or in some cases getting more powerful, and they just did a really good job on this. You know, I love this feature right here where you got this, and it's just so easy to use. Those are the things that I like to see, the ingenuity, even something so simple that makes your life so much easier. And people are going to say, well, that's not hard to do. The scroll wheels drive me nuts. I said that wrong. The scroll wheels drive me nuts. And something this easy can be added. That's fine with me. And again, I am not taking anything away from this brad nailer. It's a fantastic brad nailer. They did an amazing job on this. However, now you have competition out on the market, and really good competition. This is legit. So there you go, the new 18 gauge brad nailer. Can't wait to see what else they come out with. I'm guessing a framing nailer, finish nailer, crown staple, whatever. And one other thing that I will tell you, I believe it's up to the end of this month in 2023. If you buy these, it's a lifetime warranty. So even if you register and pre-order them, you can put that receipt on the registration page, which I'll leave a link in the description below. Lifetime warranty on this. If you like this video, check this video out right here. I'll back more videos soon.